Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and Bill, our resident guest. When you hear 3 Mile Island, Fukushima, Chernobyl, mushroom clouds, big explosions, you see pictures from World War II when an atomic weapon was dropped in Japan. You see Homer Simpson working at the Springfield nuclear power plant and being completely and totally inept and losing a rod from the generator. Sadly, this is what people tend to think about whenever you mention nuclear power. The population of the world is right now at about 7 billion people. The population of the United States is 300 million people, well, slightly over 300 million people. And there's something that all of those people need. Most of them have, but some of them don't. A lot of them don't. And that need is electricity. If you stop and look around the room, everything needs electricity. The clock, the lights, you need to plug in chargers to charge cell phones, the timer, the camera. Everything needs electricity. And the problem that we have is we don't have enough electricity for everyone. We're trying to get the electricity pushed out to people who don't have it. Our main sources of electricity now are coal-generated electricity and natural gas-generated electricity. Coal and natural gas are fossil fuels. It's kind of frightening to think of, but we're going to eventually run out of coal and natural gas. Maybe not in our lifetimes, but it is definitely going to happen because they are finite resources. Though burning coal in electricity, burning coal to generate electricity and using natural gas to generate electricity are not necessarily the most efficient ways to generate electricity. Coal, natural gas creates CO2, which is known as a greenhouse gas, and it contributes to global warming. Now, 41% of the electricity is coal, and you'll read about coal, strip mining for coal in West Virginia, or the miners in Peru who got trapped. Those are really dangerous types of things, and a lot of people don't realize that in order to charge your iPhone, charge your iPad, there are people in various parts of the United States who are putting their lives at risk to do that. What I propose is that we start using nuclear power to generate electricity in the world in the United States. Nuclear power is safe. It's much more efficient than coal or natural gas, and the cost of a nuclear power plant is amortized usually over 150 years. The lifespans of those plants are a lot longer than other plants. They start out kind of expensive, but it pays for itself because you can run out. Now, so you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, nuclear power, I've heard that it's so dangerous and storing the atomic waste and so on is not that good. Well, I cannot say that those are not problems, but I believe the benefits of nuclear power outweigh the costs. Some of the benefits that we get are nuclear power, the technology's already there. We don't have to do any more research. Everything's there. We can start now. If somebody decided we were going to do nuclear power, we can start now. We have, and I've put it on your handout, there's going to be, in 2012, there's going to be 1 nuclear power plant and 7 coal plants built in the United States. the nuclear power plant is going to put out approximately 1,200 megawatts of electricity. The 7 coal-fired power plants are going to put out approximately 4,300 megawatts of electricity. Nuclear power is going to be 1,200 megawatts for one plant. Coal power, 600 megawatts for one plant. And the one nuclear plant is going to cost about the same as the 7 other plants. So now that we have nuclear power, you say, well, what are some of the things that it will alleviate? In a lot of cities, you've heard about rolling blackouts or brownouts. Rolling blackouts are where the utility companies turn off portions of the power grid because the electricity use is too high. There are also brownouts where the electricity, the voltage drops in the thing. And can you imagine, you're working on a speech at 12 o'clock in the morning, there's a brownout all of a sudden, you lose all of your speech information. And that, I know that's sort of a silly thing, way to look at brownouts, but I think it hammers it home. So what I want you to do is the next time you hear about nuclear power, don't just think Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island, or Fukushima. Think that this could possibly be a viable alternative to creating energy, electricity. Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster.